everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mhlongo. Yes, Mhlongo. Alright guys, so I'm back. I know I've been gone for quite a while. I think it's been 2 weeks, 3 weeks of not posting anything. Honestly, I've been really tired. I've been just really tired, emotionally tired, literally. It's been a very overwhelming year. We've been through the pandemic, stressing about making sure that you don't get the sickness, stressing about your family that they don't get sick, then stressing about work and everything. You're praying that, God keeps you safe, keeps your family safe, keeps your financing safe, and finances. Did I say financing? Keeping your finances safe, keeping everything pertaining you safe. And, a lot of times in moments of uncertainty, anxieties overwhelm us. And I was very anxious for quite a while. And because I was anxious, my emotions and my mind was always on a high, always on an upheaval. And it gets tiring emotionally. The challenges we also face in life drain us. And and you know what, guys, I never want to shoot a YouTube video when I'm not okay, because at the end of the day, I want to be impactful. I want people to listen to what I'm saying or what we are saying on this YouTube channel and actually benefit from it. So I never really want to post just for the sake of posting, just for the sake of the likes. I'm not doing it for the likes. I'm doing it to impact people's lives. Literally, even if it's just 1 or 2, I'm okay with that. So I took time off to recuperate, to find myself again, to redefine myself. I took time off, just to find Nomsa, to find my core, the essence of who I am. And so that whenever I take out of me, I'm taking out from a full place. The saying, you can never give from an empty place. So this is why I took time out, which is so important, which actually brings me to the topic of today, which is rest. It's so important to rest, guys. I think we live in a world that is so busy. Like, the world is busy, every day, people are hustling, people are pushing. I mean, we want the best life. We want to have the best life, and we do everything, to make sure that we maintain the lives that we want. But we forget to maintain the emotions. We forget to maintain our mental health. And, in the process, we lose ourselves because we cannot control our mind. Our mind goes into a pattern where, we just doing, we're not even aware anymore, subconsciously just going through every single day. You wake up, you bath, you go to work, you come back, you push, you hustle. Like, you never really take time to say, whoa, pause. Can I just get a break? Can I just find myself? Can I have an interview with myself? Nomsa, are you still okay? Are we still fine? Are your values still in check? Because a lot of times when you face challenges in life and your character is challenged, your personality is questioned. Because, what also makes you tired is when you are attacked. Your character gets attacked in the workplaces, in any way, in the industry, on social media, in your own family, and you get questioned so much that you have to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, after everything has happened, who am I at the end of the day? Okay, so I think for me, after a while, it's important to take time to actually recuperate. And I think this is something that I learned as I grew up. I never really knew how to rest as a child. Every day was just a nice day. I'm a person who gives out a lot of myself to people. I love to speak, I love to go out, I like to hang out with friends, I give my all to my family, but I never really understood the importance of having time to myself. And I remember writing on my WhatsApp status that self-care is not selfish. And for someone else, or for the me I used to be, I thought self-care is selfish, because I thought to myself, why should you take time off? Does this mean that you don't love your family? Does it mean you don't love your husband? And as a young wife, it's so important to take time for yourself, because a lot of times what I've noticed in my first year of marriage, which is going well, love you babe. So what I noticed about my first year of marriage is that you really give your all in a marriage. Like, guys, you give your all. Like, mentally, emotionally, you give your all. And if you can't take time for yourself, again I say, you will pour out to your partner from an empty place. Then this marriage no longer becomes a place where it no longer becomes a beautiful thing. It becomes like an obligation, like, oh, I have to do it. But if you take time for yourself and you rest and you take time for your emotions to settle back again after giving out of yourself so much, you find that when you do give, you give from a happy place, from a place of content, from a place of love. Which is the same with my family, my parents, my siblings. I can't give them the best of who I am if I'm not okay. I can't give them the best of who I am if I'm empty inside. So, this is why I have made it a point to say, because I understand the importance of resting, I want to do it very often. I want to take time for myself after a while, to say maybe after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, I need to go out, and maybe go visit at Hartebees or something, take a walk in the park or something. Just time to myself, read a book. The other day, my dad called me and he was like, Nomsa, you speak so much in front of people. When last did you read a book? I was like, damn, actually, I didn't finish the last book I read. Like, I need to do that. I need to take time to read, to take a bubble bath that's 1 hour 30 minutes long, just breathing. I remember when I used to be a house committee at varsity at MGI. Our manager used to tell us, when you take a bubble bath and you're sitting in the bubble bath and you're taking your me time, don't think about anything. That's the whole point. The whole point of you time is you're not thinking, you're not allowing anxiety to take over you. You're just chilling in the bath, not thinking. Because a lot of times we want to use our me time to think about or stress about things that we weren't supposed to be doing in your sacred space, in that sacred space of having you time. So, that's what I have incorporated in my life. And I hope that that's a healthy decision that I've taken, to say, I'm going to take time for myself and, take time to rest, because it's very important to me. But the one thing I also noticed about taking rest, taking time off, is that, like I said to you in the beginning, it gives you or provides you an opportunity to redefine who you are. And I know it sounds crazy to say, how many times should you redefine yourself? I think you should redefine yourself frequently. Why? Because you are an ever-evolving human being going through human experiences. Every single day questions who you are. So you need to always have moments where you sit down with yourself, with your partner. I do it a lot with my partner. And, we redefine ourselves to ask, am I still Christian, for example? Am I still holding on to my Christian beliefs? Am I still saying that Jesus is Lord? Am I still on the right track? You know, am I still holding on to my purpose? Or have I deviated from my purpose? Am I still holding on to the principles that, you know, the principles I live by? Or did I lose them along the way? You go into other spaces, for example, you come into spaces not being a person who swears. Then all of a sudden, because you in the space and everybody in that space is swearing, you start swearing as well. And you know, as a Christian, you know, you never believed in that. So since when did you start swearing? You know, and so having moments where you redefine yourself, you say, okay, I took a habit that wasn't who I was and I made it who I am, and I now need to change that because that's not who I want to be. You know, you come into an environment or into a group of friends where these friends, all they like to do is gossip, backstab one another, and because you spend so much time with them and you're not aware that you're spending so much time with them, you end up taking traits and behavioral traits that they have, and you know, you start becoming a backstabber. You started liking to gossip. And when you take, you know, when you reconcile your life and you're taking moments where you're redefining yourself, when you're resting, you realize, oh my gosh, that's not who I am. That's not who I want to be. And you know, then you have to ask yourself, are those friends worth it? Then you have to ask yourself, do I really want to be in that crowd? Because I want to be in a crowd where, you know, we have open communication, open relationships, pure relationships that have nothing to do with backstabbing. That's just an example of the power of resting and giving yourself time to redefine yourself, to redefine your purpose, to redefine who you want to be for the rest of your life. So, you know what, guys, resting is more than just taking the day off, sleeping in bed and not doing anything. But resting is a moment for you to be able to think about your future, you know, moments for you to plan your future, and moments to really almost do a, what is it called?
Those are T accounts for recon. You do a recon.
No, but the word is you need to take, like, what do accountants do when they check whether their books are fine?
An audit.
Yes. Thanks. So you need to do an audit of your life. Like
Stock
literally. Huh?
Or a stock take of it.
Even a stock take. Do you get it? Like, you have to you have to take an audit of your life, a stock take, to say 1, 2, 3, am I still fine here? Like, do I really need this? Do I not need that? Okay, this, nah, not gonna serve my purpose. This, nah, it's not who I want to be ultimately. You know, so I recently also went through the last couple of weeks have been pretty challenging for me, because I think I went through quite a lot of things that made me question my values and my morals about a lot of things, about race, about humanity, about my own integrity. And to say, you know, there's things that you say and do that, if you're not aware of it, can cause you your destiny and your purpose. You know, and I think for me that was a character flaw I had. And you know, I got to a point where I stopped being conscious of the things I say, or being conscious of the things I do. Because remember, as Christians, our lives might be the only Bible people get to read. And you know, so it really matters what you do, what you say in every single moment. People are watching every day. people are watching. Not only on YouTube, people are watching every single way. And not to say that you need to live your life to please people, but also live a life worthy of praise. Live a life that is not contrary to who you are. You know, live a life that will not make people question you because you're a hypocrite. You know, one minute you say you're this person, but you act in a different way. You know, and I think that's why this past couple of weeks I've been emotionally drained, because I realized that, okay, there are some character flaws that I have. Yep. That I needed to work on, that I'm still working on. And as a human being, it's very important to be honest about your flaws, to be honest about your behavioral traits that are toxic, because there's no way that you are perfect. Everybody has flaws, but it's about what do you do with those flaws. Do you say, that's who I am, like this, never want to change? Or do you say, I have to work on it? Why? Because I want to be better. I want to reach a high level of self-actualization. I want to be able to be honest with myself enough to say, in this world, you will never be perfect, but you can work on it. You can fix it. So yeah, I hope I didn't deviate a lot from the topic, but basically all I was saying is resting is important because it gives you the opportunity to take audit, to take stock, to reconcile your life, to reconcile yourself. Resting gives you the opportunity to reach points within yourself, it's an introspection moment. Resting allows you to dig deep. It allows you to go beyond. It allows you to connect with your spirit, with your soul. It allows you to connect to God. You know, rest is important, and which is why I think God rested on the seventh day, because I mean, I think he wanted to look back on the work he did and say, this is good. I like it. So it's important to take rest so that you can look back to everything you did and go, I liked that, but I didn't like that. And then you can fix it. You see, it's very important. And rest helps you to reset. Rest helps you to reset. Ish. If we don't rest, you can't reset. You're constantly moving on reserve. Even when the petrol is finished, you still want to continue driving. Whereas you weren't supposed to continue driving, because if you continue driving on reserve, your car's going to ultimately stop. So it's important that when you are empty, you fill up, go, reset, rest. Anybody who goes on a long journey knows it's important to stop and rest so that you can have more energy going forward. So that is me. Take it from me, I will always post you guys content every single time when I'm good. That's my promise. Every time I feel good, I feel like I've recharged, every time I have taken time for myself and I have recuperated and rejuvenated and restored, every time I have reached a point where I am full, I will definitely give out to you, because I feel that's the best thing to do, to give from a place give from a place of what? Overflow. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That's my short snippet for the day. Thank you so much for listening. You guys, I really do love you. I promise. Like, I really do. I don't know how else to explain it. And you know what? Don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. Let everybody know there's a girl out there who's ready to pour herself out to the world. Let them know. Let them know. I'm ready. Keep them coming.